everyone, we're going to start reviewing for the end of the year. Now, I know that we already did this in the beginning of the year, but I want to make sure that you guys take this knowledge with you to the 8th grade. I typically do this at the end of every school year to make sure that we remember stuff from like September, October, November. Because you do use this stuff in future math classes, I want to make sure you remember it and you completely understand it. So today and this week, we're going to focus on fractions. So today we're going to focus on adding and subtracting mixed numbers, which if you don't remember, mixed numbers are fractions with a whole number and a fraction in them. So the way we add or subtract them is the first thing we do is convert all our mixed numbers into improper fractions. Then, what we do is we need to find our common denominators because we can't add or subtract without common denominators. That means the bottom number of the fractions are the same. Next thing you want to do is add the numerators or add the numbers on top. Then you want to keep the denominators the same. The denominators are the numbers on the bottom. Then you want to convert all your improper fraction answers into mixed numbers. I'm going to use the number symbol. Alright, so when we're adding fractions, the first thing we need to do is convert them into mixed numbers. So to do that, we take the bottom number, we multiply it by the whole number, add the top number. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 4, plus do the same thing over here. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 5 is 29 over, keep that denominator of 8. Now what we want to do is find our common denominator. So our denominators here are 4 and 8. To find the common denominators, we want to list the multiples of each denominator. So the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and you can keep going forever. To find the multiples, all you need to do is count by 4s going up. Let's list the multiples of 8, or count by 8s. So we have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. So we're looking for the smallest number they have in common. In this case, that's 8. Notice they also have 16 and 24 in common. They have a whole bunch of numbers in common. However, 8 is the smallest, so that's the one that we want to use. So we need to convert both of these numbers into improper fractions. Both of these denominators into 8s. So 4 times what is 8? 4 times 2. Whatever we multiply the bottom by, we also multiply the top, and 9 times 2 is 18. This guy already has an 8 in the denominator, so we're going to leave him be. Now we add the numerators, or add the numbers up top. 18 plus 29 is 47, and we leave the 8 alone. Now we have one answer, but this answer is a mixed number. So we need to convert this mixed number to this answer is an improper fraction. We need to convert it to a mixed number. So we need to think, 8 goes into 47 how many times without going over? Well, if we look at our multiples of 8 list here, we see that the biggest number that doesn't go over 47 is 40. So that means 8 times 5 is 40. It goes in 5 times. If you can do that without the list, feel free. Sometimes it helps students understand it better. 5, how many are left over? So 5 times 8 is 40, plus 7 is 48. There's 7 left over. We're going to do the same thing with subtraction. Convert these numbers over here to mixed numbers. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 1 is 19 over 2. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18 over 5. Subtraction in the middle. We need common denominators. We do that by listing the multiples of 2 and 5. So we count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. List the multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We want to find the smallest number they have in common. In this case, the smallest number they have in common is 10. They also have 20 in common. However, 10 is the smallest, so we want to use the smallest number. So we want to convert these both to 10. So we need to figure out 2 times what is 10? 2 times 5 is 10. Whatever we multiply on the bottom, we also multiply on the top. 19 times 5 is 95. Same thing with the 5. 5 times what is 10? 2. Whatever we multiply on the bottom, we also multiply on the top. And 18 times 2 is 36. So now we subtract the numbers up top to get 59 and keep the number at the bottom. Now we need to convert this 59 over 10 to a mixed number. So 10 goes into 59 5 times with 9 left over. And that's our final answer.